This week on FYI, 800,000 British children have to take care of their parents or siblings. But are child carers getting enough support?
I'm trying to explain to different people what I've been through in the morning and they go, haha, sucks to be you then, doesn't it?
And while there's big changes ahead to improve our education in England, we report on the children in Ukraine and Afghanistan who can't even go to school.
This is FYI, your weekly news show. Can you believe it's been 2 years since the UK's first lockdown was ordered, and we were all off school for months?
Well, as nearly all COVID restrictions come to an end in the UK, we was all hoping we'd see an end to COVID, but cases are on the rise again, with 200,000 of us off school because of it. And some schools have even had to partially close to try and protect pupils and staff.
So the government's education minister, Nadeem Zahawi, says he's determined to help us all catch up, and announced that more help is going to be given to help those of us who are behind in subjects like English and maths. From September 2023, all schools in England will have a longer school day and have to open for a minimum of 32.5 hours a week to get more lesson time.
But the National Association of Head Teachers don't seem too happy, saying that most schools in England are already open for that amount of time, and that simply adding 5 or 10 minutes to a day is unlikely to bring much, if any, benefit.
Not all of us may think it sometimes, but we're actually really lucky that we get the chance to go to school. Across the world, loads of young people can't, and without an education, they have no way out of poverty or the chance to get a decent job, like in Afghanistan. When the Taliban ruled the country in the 1990s, girls were banned from getting an education. And since they seized back power last year, girls haven't been allowed to go to secondary school, only primary school. The Taliban promised girls would be allowed an education this time, but recently they've gone back on their promise. Some girls have taken to the streets to protest, while many have already fled the country so they can get an education.
We have to go, because we didn't have any other choice, because serving our country is just by getting educated.
And of course, there's a lot of concern for kids in Ukraine. As the war continues, many aren't able to go to school. As always in FYI, we like to hear from young people. And every week we've been bringing you guys young voices from Ukraine. Anastasia is a student who decided to stay put in her hometown in the west of Ukraine. Right now though, lessons have stopped for her, so instead of studying, she's helping in the war effort.
Today we were collecting some humanitarian aid for our refugees and also for our army. Right now there are a lot of fights in Kyiv.
We have already sent more than 25 buses with humanitarian aid to cities all around Ukraine. A lot of us feel really tired because we live in non-stop regime.
This is our camouflage which our army can use. So it is the 13th day and I'm still in my city, I'm still in Ukraine, and we are still sending buses to people who are now in bomb shelters in different cities where the Russian military is bombing peaceful houses.
Right now, I would like to say that I don't feel really safe in my town on the west of Ukraine because just a few days ago, Russia bombed a military base, and
any day Russian rockets may be here. And this is just the reality Ukrainians live in. So my studies have been stopped, and in my case, I spent almost 24 hours per day in our humanitarian aid headquarters, and so I don't know when it will be possible to go back to just normal lessons.
Lottie and Henry are from the UK, but travelled to the Polish-Ukrainian border to see firsthand how their mother, who works for a charity, is helping support Ukrainian refugees. They met Sasha, who fled from his home in the capital, Kyiv.
What do you miss most about Ukraine?
Everything. I mean, I miss my house, I miss my friends, but even like basic stuff like, I don't know, my kitchen, my room, my bed, everything.
During COVID-19, people missed school, but we knew that soon we'd be back. How does it feel knowing that there's no guaranteed time?
I'm a senior year at high school, so I'm graduating this year, and it felt really great at school this year because, well, it was more relaxed education-wise. I'm actually sad that our final exams are being declined because, well, I was preparing for them the whole year before, and yeah, we do miss school, and not knowing what will happen next it kills me.
And what's your biggest hope for Ukraine?
I hope that everyone will stay safe, from my friends, my family, and all of my fellow citizens, and I just want to return home.
Now, our series of conversations that gives us kids a voice about the big issues is back. It's Kidversation, and this week I meet Crystal, a young carer who wanted to share her story. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. A school day, no chance of a lie-in.
Jess. Wakey, wakey, darling.
Hiya, Sasa.
Hiya. Good. In the living room, are we? Let's go. Tell you what, I'll meet you in there, because I'm going to make your bed. I'll open your blinds, yeah?
Just like the rest of us, 15-year-old Crystal has got a lot to do. But in her case, that includes a whole load of stuff that most of us never have to worry about. Today I'm joining her to get just a small taste of what life is like for her. Hello. Hello. It's nice and warm in here. Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
Do you want me to help you with anything?
Yes, please. Could you move some of the teddies off the bed for me, please, so I can...
Put there, okay. Crystal is one of 800,000 children across the UK with caring responsibilities. She looks after her sister Jess, who's 9, as well as helping her mum Becky and her dad Kim, who both have health problems. Do you find that, like, sometimes you can't do things, like, with your friends because you have to help your family?
I felt like that in primary a little bit, but that was when I didn't really know much about being a young carer. When my mates ask if I can come over, I go, I'm so sorry, I can't, I'm looking after Jess, or we've got like a doctor's appointment, and they go, oh, okay, we can sort something for next weekend then, so they're quite understanding.
Crystal's sister has a range of health issues, including autism. She's a bundle of energy, but any change to her normal routine can cause her extreme distress. Luckily, today's a good day, and we're all getting on really well. I love your pyjamas, they look so comfy. Crystal's mum and dad also need support. Her dad has a chronic lung condition which sometimes makes it hard for him to breathe.
Thank you very much again.
And her mum has been in and out of hospital with stomach pains, as well as suffering from anxiety and depression. It means that Crystal is always worried about them.
Do you want to turn around just so I can do your fringe?
At 8:20, we're just about ready to leave the house, but it's not been easy.
Hi, sis.
And just before 9, Crystal arrives at school, where she's studying for her GCSEs. Today, it's a Welsh class, one of her best subjects.
Right, dal efo fyny. Da iawn, ond beth wyt ti eisiau ar ddechrau hwnna?
But even at school, her caring responsibilities are never far from her mind. Do you ever find that when you're at school, you're just worrying so much about them you can't focus and you feel like you're not doing as well as you could?
Certain days where Mum was in hospital and everyone was just shouting and shouting and shouting. I was like, just shut up and trying to concentrate and do as best as I can whilst Mum's in hospital.
You're almost doing it for her, like trying your absolute best.
That's what I was doing when I had mocks. Because when she was in hospital, I was like, right, I'm doing this for Mum whatsoever. If I don't get good grades, then at least I tried.
Local councils are supposed to identify and help people like Crystal who are young carers. But it's estimated only 1 in 5 of them get any practical help. In a survey, 93% of head teachers said more needs to be done to help young carers. They said that caring responsibilities mean some children often miss school or are late for lessons, and they find it hard to keep up with their work. And more than half of young carers said they suffer with mental health issues, like anxiety, stress, or depression. For Crystal, one of the biggest challenges is that not everyone understands what she has to go through.
It annoys me when people just take the mick out of it, because I'm trying to explain to different people what I've been through in the morning, and they go, haha, it sucks to be you then, doesn't it? It's like, no, it doesn't suck to be me, because I'm quite proud of what I do, actually, thanks very much.
As the school day comes to an end, Crystal arrives home. She tries to find some time to do her maths revision, but her sister is desperate for her attention.
Sis,
What?
can you play?
No.
Daddy wants you to play with me. And Mummy says it's nearly time for you to stop.
She's so demanding, honestly. She'll come home and first thing she'll go is, Sissy, can you play? Like, no, I can't. I've got homework. You should be reading too.
I demand you play!
Stop shouting.
No!
Look how far away we are.
Play!
No.
Yes!
Go away. Ow! What was that for? When she's kicking off, we've got to either leave her to it, because normally when she's kicking off, she can be quite violent.
Yeah.
She starts kicking and punching and sometimes biting. And so when she's like that, we leave her to it, or we go, just go in the room, go calm down.
Yeah. Eventually, Crystal gives up on her homework to spend some time with her sister and reassure her.
I need a hand.
Come here, you.
And once we're all friends again, it's time to help out with preparing the dinner. Tonight, it's a delicious pasta bolognese.
What does everyone think of it?
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
It has been such a long day, I'm exhausted. I can't even imagine how difficult it would be to do this every single day. Crystal is so strong and resilient despite all the challenges she has to face. I'm off to bed now. At the weekend, Crystal finally gets a chance to have some fun. She's joined a young carers group, so she can meet other people in similar situations to herself and get some emotional support. The group gets to go on outings and take part in activities. And today, to escape from the challenges at home, we're heading to an escape room.
Guys, just go for it. We haven't got the time to be patient.
Wait, that worked.
Calm down, Fiona.
Is it helpful to hang out and just know that there are other teenagers in similar situations to you?
We can always be there for each other, and it's just nice to know what others are going through and you're not the only one in your own boat.
It's been so lovely meeting Crystal and her family. I thought she might resent the fact that she's effectively had to grow up much sooner than she would do normally. But actually, that's not true at all. Looking after her mum and dad and sister Jess is just what she does. It's not something she feels bitter about. In fact, she's fiercely protective of them and she's proud that she can help. I think she's amazing.
Well, that was a really good report, Scarlett, and Crystal's so impressive, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is.
Well, remember, if you want to see more about what we've covered on this week's show, there's more conversations on big issues that are really important to us. And I don't get to explain it on the war in Ukraine on our webpage. Head to first.news/FYI.
Well, like Crystal's sister Jess, who has autism, we also heard from Ben, who lives in the USA, who also has autism. When he was 10, he wrote a poem called I Am Odd about how it feels to have autism. And after sharing it online, it went viral.
Smart World Autism Day, Ben's poem was made into a song by a record company and has already won awards. We're going to leave you guys with a message from Ben and his music video. See you next week.
Hi FYI, thank you for helping spread autism acceptance. I hope that my poem and now song video can help children who are autistic learn that they are not alone in feeling different, and that being different is a good thing.
You can do anything you wanna do.